Welcome back, and I mean back, to What the Hell Is That with Mike.
And Ricky?
We've been away for 2 weeks. We apologize,
Yes.
but our work schedule has been just fudged up. So, we're going to get down to it with an Ancient Aliens review.
Yep.
Finally. This one is The Lost World. It's like episode 8 of season 3.
Yeah.
Let's begin. Yes, we took notes because this is important. This was very, very important. Up to news date. Whatever we want to say.
Yeah.
Anyway, first place they talked about was Copan, Honduras, in Central South America.
That would be the Mayan Empire.
Yes, it is once a cultural and political center for the Mayan people between 2000 BC and 800 AD. That's when they all vanished.
Yes.
Mysteriously. It's weird. It had they said the population was about 20,000 and it covered 10 square miles.
Yeah.
And it was abandoned in the 9th century, and they say mysteriously. And I was like, well, duh. They had a connection with the gods. Or that's lowercase g, like Tsukalo said. It's lowercase g because there's more than one, and it's not the divine one. It's what they called the gods.
Right, yeah. They're gods of their time period who they worshipped.
The technological ones. See, it went on to talk about the Spanish Inquisition in the 1600s. I don't know what this word meant. It's like they found a few farming hamlets.
What?
Yeah, they called it farming hamlets.
Hamlets.
I don't know what they were. Like, seriously, I was going to look it up, but
No
time. So us rednecks are going to continue.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, the Maya. Okay, yeah. Between the Mayans and the Sumerians, they were one of the first to come up with their own writing system, which was cool. That's how we get their writingness, all that fun stuff. They were into the hieroglyphs more, the depictions instead of writing stuff down. It was just depictions only, which it helps a lot. Pictures. I like picture books. Just to let everybody know, I don't like a whole bunch of words. Anyway, let's see. The hieroglyphs may provide proof that they had contact with ETs, of course, like I just said. All the statues prove that. They had, the depictions look like astronauts. They had tubes, and they were holding a box or a device.
A box with tubes and
the helmet, and the whole arm band thing. It's trippy, but they also noticed that there was elephants on the sides of the heads.
Yeah, those were on the sculptures that were called the stela.
Stela. I didn't write that down.
I did.
Okay, cool,
yeah,
cool.
That way everybody knows what they're called. They're called stela. Don't know what the word means.
No.
But yeah, they saw what looked like elephants and then dragons as well in with these statues, these sculptures or whatever that would fit in with what they said in like Asia.
Or China, or Japan. Like there was also depictions of dragons. Come on.
Who knows?
Okay, and the thing is that these people are continents apart. They have no contact with each other whatsoever. There's a vast ocean between them. But yet they're both making sculptures of elephants and dragons and weird depictions of, suited beings,
Similar sculptures that look similar, almost exactly alike, with the same type of creatures and beings on them.
It's amazing stuff. I was like, this is the only episode I was dragged into. I'm like, oh. So, anyway, there's this 63-step structure known as the hieroglyphic stairway.
Yes.
Yes, and this contains, oh my god, I wrote it down too. Yeah, it's got 1,200, oh god, it contains 1,200 stones carved with the record of kings of Copan.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is the longest Mayan inscription ever. And it's the longest inscription in the world. And it's true, I looked it up. I have to. Because I can't just go off what they say sometimes. I have to actually Google some stuff.
He's a curious cat.
I am, but I'm not going to get killed for it. Anyway, okay, rulers that they decided were the descendants of the gods, meaning they bred with the people, of course. So the rulers were chosen by blood, which I was like, what? Made no sense.
Right.
But something with the blood, if you do the cutting ceremony, you let the blood drain, and you light a
Bloodletting
fire,
ceremony.
and like the smoke and the blood goes up, and it communicates with the gods. Is that what they were saying?
Yeah, it goes up, and then they can communicate with the gods and everything like that,
You
which
get, like,
I
a
don't
divine
quite
intervention.
understand.
It was weird. I was just like, okay, it's TMI, but okay. But it's good to know this stuff, you guys. It's good to know. If you were into going down to Mexico and Honduras, it's good information right there.
Don't get involved if somebody says, "Hey, you want to go to a bloodletting ceremony?" Just say no. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm just gonna stay home, you guys. Anyway, Mayan mythology states that just south of Orion's belt is the place of where life began.
Yeah.
And brought to Earth in like 412 BC. I don't know. We're pretty much stock. That's all we are. We're stock bred. Came from a machine. Machine. Southeastern Turkey. Mount. Oh my God. Nemrud. Oh yeah, Nemrud Dodge.
Yeah, Nemrud Dodge.
Yeah, it's the ruins of the lost kingdom of Kamageti in 62 BC. It was built by King
Antiochus.
Antiochus. I can't remember. And I wrote it down and I listened to it like 3 times to make sure I wouldn't forget.
Yeah, I had to listen to it twice. But Antiochus the first. The first.
Yeah. Anyway, he built it. And among the ruins that they found were statues of lions, eagles, Persian and Greek gods.
Yeah. Along with Antiochus.
Two massive statues of himself. Talk about an ego.
Yeah.
Why not? I built it. Put my face on the. I don't know. Anyway, on one side of the mountain was a plaza to represent his birthday, and on the other side was a replication of his ceremony into an initiation.
Yeah.
Right? Something like that.
When he became a part of a secret group, society.
Secret society.
Yeah.
I think I wrote that down too.
I did.
Yeah, I did. Secret society, right there. And some argue it's a great representation of Mount Olympus, because you got the Greek gods, or all the gods, just sitting on a platform by a tall mountain. Maybe, who knows? Oh my God. How much did you get in? Because I got a lot. Because
I kind of went past that a little bit, just right into the Magi.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. So you might have more on Antiochus.
All right. This site was abandoned in the 1st century AD.
Yeah.
Antiochus had a vast knowledge of the stars and universe, and which is everyone does back then. I'm just gonna move on from that. It's just confusing. I don't want to get into it. He had a hieroglyph of a lion, and in that line was the constellation of Leo.
Yeah.
The exact constellation of Leo.
Yep.
And that's the only thing is said about it, but then they moved on to the shaft that he built on the side of the mountain, which there's nothing in it, just
it was a dead end shaft, complete dead end.
And the cool thing about that shaft is on 2 days out of the year, the light from Orion and the light from Leo would shine
right in,
and it will like make the whole thing glow. And this is what they call Heaven's Gate. And this is what they think that what happened in Antiochus. He opened up Heaven's Gate and he went with the gods to the heavens.
Because they're talking about having 2 different gates, one on one side of the world and one on the other side.
Yeah, the north and south gates.
Yeah.
But who knows? He may have died and they buried him somewhere else because they can't find his body. They can't find his grave. No one knows what happened to him. So he may have been like David Hatch. Not David. What is his name that we talked about in the first episode that went into another dimension? I don't know. Some guy. If you guys remember the episode, we'll look into it. I'll let you guys know. But yeah, it's kind of like that. I felt like that. Anyway, now you move on to the Magi, which they called it the Magi, or the Magi, something like that, or Machi. And they were the priests who had astronomical knowledge as well.
They were very, very well taught in astronomy.
Yes, they were. And these Magi were the actual priests that were guided to the birthplace of Christ.
Yes.
Some argue that that North Star wasn't a star; it was a UFO beacon light.
Yeah, because it said that they that it guided them.
Mhm.
It wasn't used as a point of reference.
It was used as a
It
guiding.
used as a guiding.
It was
guidance.
weird. I was like, I can believe that, but sometimes conspiracy theorists are a little out there. But who knows?
Who knows? Could have been a UFO. Could have been a comet.
Could have been anything.
Yeah, you know.
Could have been just a stroke of luck.
Yeah.
But anyway, I learned, and I didn't know about this, is the root word for magic came from magi. Because the magi were known to have magical powers, and magic does not exist, according to Sukulos. That's the end of that one, my friends.
Yes.
Jeff. This one is your favorite. Nazca, Peru.
Yes. I love Nazca.
I will let you take over the Nazca, Peru
Yeah.
section.
Let's see. Obviously, Nazca is in Peru. Okay, south of Lima. We all know that. We all know that it's famous for the lines and everything like that. Now, they were there from the 15th century BC to 500 AD is when they inhabited that area. Now, this is supposed to be a spiritual center, spiritual and religious center of the Nazca civilization, which is called Kawachi, used to communicate with the gods. That's how they communicated with the gods. Now, they say that the first line that was put down was from a spaceship that came down mining, whatever. Okay, who knows what they were doing. But, so they tried to continue communication with the gods or whatever, whoever they saw. So they started making these lines and everything to get them to come back, which, of course, they never did. And eventually it put them in turmoil, and they ended up dying out and everything like that.
They lost faith.
Yeah. But they used to walk the lines in their ceremonies, and they would break ceramics and other offerings to give to these gods, which, of course, it didn't work.
They never came back.
Didn't work.
According to the guy that knows that place really well, he said it just created it was like a head game.
Yeah.
It was just complete utter chaos for them. That was the fall of the civilization because they gave up on their gods because they weren't coming back.
Yep.
Why should we believe in somebody that's not going to come back?
Exactly. You know?
Which is plausible. I can understand. That. But hey. And then also in Nazca, I mean, they cover this like 1,000 times. And
Yeah.
They keep coming back to it. Is the elongated skulls.
Yeah.
No one knows if those were the actual people or if they were just imitating that because what they saw.
And they talked about them being also interbred to get that way. But, I mean, they say that they were aliens or part of the alien races, whatever.
Like the descendants, right?
Yeah, the descendants, I think, was what they were saying.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's quite common, and it is possible to elongate your head at birth. You take and you wrap some bandages around it real tight, and it'll, stretch it out, which, I mean, it's proven.
Yeah,
It's been proven that that's done.
In Papua New Guinea, the natives there, they got the long heads, they're stretching out their necks, and all sorts of things. It's just crazy people do crazy things.
Who knows?
Stay off drugs. The opium. Place where Destination Truth went in one of their season finales, or openers, one of the two. Easter Island.
Yay!
Anyway, the Moai. Those big statues with eyes that are facing in towards the island, which is weird. They've got their backs to the ocean, I don't know what that's
I
about.
don't understand that.
You'd think they'd be watching the island from the ocean viewpoint, but no, they gotta face inward. And it's kind of creepy. They look creepy, like.
They do look creepy.
And you know, it's the weirdest thing because, the tallest one they have there is 33 feet high, 900 tons, and I don't know, man. No, sorry. What did they say? No,
They
75 tons. Sorry,
Yeah.
there's 900 moai that they found.
Yeah,
sorry.
they carved 900 of these Moai statues between the 8th century and 12th century.
That's right.
So that's like what?
Yeah, it's like
400 years.
600.
600.
Mm-hmm. 12th
Whatever.
and 18th century. Yeah, 6. Anyway.
1 + 1 = 3. I don't know. You know.
Oh, we just got off work. So anyway, the creator of the statue is known as the Rapa Nui,
The Rapa Nui, that was the tribe that lived on the island.
and still live there, as far as we know.
Yeah.
And
What ancestors are left of them?
right, because during like what, the 1500s or something like that, they turned to cannibalism, and it was utter chaos, and they were almost wiped out until the white people showed up. Every time a white person shows up, there's always cannibalism beforehand. Okay.
Hey, no eating each other, no biting.
No
biting.
Mama Kitty. Anyway, oh my god. Anyway, they try to figure out how they move these massive statues to the outer rim of the island.
Huge mystery.
It can't be done. They thought about rollers, but there's no trees. And then when asked, they said that they were given a magical power known as mana, which was a gift from the gods of anti-gravity. They float or they walk to their platforms.
Yeah.
I've heard that legend.
Some people say, though, that it was an actual tool used, not like a power, but a tool. You know,
like Harry Potter crap wand.
According to their text of the Rongo Rongo.
The Rongo.
It said something about that in the Rongo Rongo.
Yeah. It's just... no one knows. It's mysterious stuff that we have to learn again. Go back. I don't know why we lost everything we did, but we did.
Yeah.
Which is dumb. And that's why they keep coming back to visit us and say, hey, look, we're still here to help you guys move along. And all you guys want to do is just sit there and stale water. Stupid, right?
You ever see the movie Rapa Nui?
No.
They made a movie, I want to say like in the early 90s. Yeah, it might have been in the early or mid 90s or something like that. I don't know. You should check it out. It's a full-length movie about the whole experience on Easter Island back then. You know, it's just a theory of what happened on the island. It's an actual movie, not like a documentary.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
just like, I'll look into it.
Yeah.
I'll give my review on that on my channel.
Yeah.
The very highly and the very controversial Garden of Eden. Oh, God. I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited?
I'm excited. Okay. You didn't get this far.
Yeah, I didn't get notes on this part.
Okay. In the Middle East, in the Bible, the legendary tales of where the Garden of Eden could possibly be. They had 4 rivers at the time. Okay? But now there's only 2. The Euphrates and the Tigris. Oh, the third one, that's right.
Yeah, there is a third one still there. It's a short one.
Yeah, and there's one that's fossilized now that satellite found finally.
Yeah.
But anyway, all the 4 came together into one, and it flowed right through the Garden of Eden. But this is before the Ice Age, last Ice Age or something like that. And it got flooded or something. I don't know. But they're thinking that the Garden of Eden may have lay underwater. Like an underwater...
In the Persian Gulf.
Yeah.
They think the Persian Gulf holds the Garden of Eden, which actually it would, if that's the best point of reference that they can find for it, it's quite likely.
It's close.
Because the Persian Gulf is actually fairly shallow.
Yeah. It's true. And it's funny, in the Sumerian text, they actually describe the Garden of Eden and that's where they know where it's at in the Sumerian text. If you read it, maybe we'll find it, maybe we won't. Some say it was like a biodome somewhere in the jungle when there was a jungle in the Middle East, which is kind of weird because it's all dry desert out there. And
Barren land.
yeah, and in the Sumerian text, they said that they came from the water. And that's how if you look at the evolution stage, where do we start? In the water,
Mm-hmm.
but as fish.
Yeah, as fish.
Oh, God. And I saw something on the evolutionary thing, and it's wrong. There's a guy that actually proved that it was wrong. We didn't go from fish to man.
Well, of course
didn't
we
go
didn't
from
go
monkey
fish
to man. Oh, you gotta see it. Oh, you guys gotta see it too.
Is it? Where'd
The
you see it?
Evolution of Man.
Evolution of Man?
Mm-hmm.
Is it on Netflix?
No, it's YouTube.
On YouTube? Okay, I'll look for it. I better write that down.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I got it written down.
Now, some people think that the Garden of Eden was actually a what you call it?
Laboratory?
Yeah, a test laboratory.
Test laboratory, yeah.
You know, trying out their subjects to see, send them off in the world. They die, they die. Get a new one.
So what you're saying, and what they're saying, is that we're pretty much like freaking test tube babies.
Yeah.
Pretty much, according to the scientists who come up with that theory.
Mm-hmm. The geologists, the archaeologists, Scientologists, and just the crazy people.
So test tube babies,
Yes, we are test tube babies.
according to them.
And according to them, yes. And, you know, who knows? But like I said, it's controversial. If you're very Christian, I'm sorry. This is what we heard. This is what we're reviewing. If you're atheist, you're welcome.
You probably just made your day.
Probably. Like, I knew it.
I knew I was a test tube baby.
And that's what us rednecks talk about now. You know. Oh, by the way, is the house clean enough? Does it look good? Does it look pretty? I mean, I don't see a pizza box over there. Oh, a clothes basket of socks.
There's a spot on the floor, man.
Damn it, damn it, damn it. It's not clean enough. Well, we try to please you people. Anyway, us gun-toting, Walmart shopping rednecks are signing out. So, you guys have a great night, great week, whatever, and peace.